Okay, welcome everyone. If you are here, I'm not sure if you're able to hear me, but I'll be able to see in a second if you can. There we go. Awesome. Let me just check the sound here. Yep, sound is on. Amazing. So I thought I would just kind of pop on and impromptu introduce the Star School bonus bundle for you guys so that you had a sense of what's in it, what it is, why I'm offering it, and how to use it. This is one of my greatest kind of I wouldn't say it's a greatest achievement, but I'm very proud of it, specifically because it gives such detailed information around what's going on astrologically this year, what you can count on going on for divine counterparts, and how you can utilize retrograde periods and retrograde energies. The year of 2021 is unique in a lot of ways because 2021 has this bang, like straight out of the gate, bang bang new energy right from, I would say, January, February, even starting as early as December. But then we move into a period of challenge starting in June because we have a bunch of retrogrades that kind of compile. Like one planet goes retrograde, and the next thing you know, like 5 or 6 of them are retrograde all at the same time, and it lasts through the end of the year. And so inside the Star School bonus bundle, I really map out a way for you to work with that energy. So, A, you're not blindsided by it. B, your life isn't slowed down by it. And C, you can take advantage of how to use retrograde energy. And that's one of the primary features of the Star School bonus bundle. I just want to pause here and say welcome to everyone who is joining. I see you guys here in the chat. It's so lovely to have you guys here. Thank you for joining. Gemini Princess, hello, sending you big hugs and lots of love. So, the Star School bonus bundle, it comes with 3 guides that are really essential for navigating not only retrograde energies on the whole, but specifically 2021. And it also comes with this live Q&A call, which is Wednesday, March 17th, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern time. So Mountain time, I guess that's at 4 p.m. Pacific, that's probably 3. And if you're across the pond, Greenwich Mean Time, I'm guessing that might be 11 p.m. for you or 10 p.m. If I got the time zone difference correct. And so this Q&A call is an opportunity to chat with me, just to ask questions on the whole about astrology, about the bonus bundle, about anything that you want. It's scheduled for 2 hours, but I know me, I get into Q&A with students, and next thing I know, the juiciest questions start to really unfold in the last half hour. And so I tend to extend it a little bit for people, but I'd love for you guys to be there for that. Let's just take a look here and see what else goes on in the Star School bundle. So we get the guide to retrograde planets. We also get the 2021 retrograde report. We get the divine counterpart union schedule. And so I'm going to break each of these down so you know exactly what you're getting in a moment here. Let's go ahead and have a look at that. So if you're going to, let me do a new share. There we go. All right. So if you want to purchase the Star School bonus bundle, you just head on over to my website, kmoonastro.com, and you just click on Star School, and it's $33.33. It's pretty affordable, and it's probably the cheapest thing I've ever offered or will ever offer. And you just click on Get the Bundle right here. There we go. It's the one on the right side that says 3333. And as soon as you've purchased it, you'll be taken to your login page and your dashboard, which will have all the courses that you've enrolled in with me. And if what you purchased is the bundle, you'll see that here. And once you click on it and you go inside, this is kind of your sneak peek under the hood. You get the opportunity to get a welcome message from me. So there's a welcome message in here. And then we jump right into the content. So, inside the guide to retrograde planets, it's a full color downloadable PDF guide where you'll get the clear understanding what's a retrograde, what do retrograde planets mean, the fact that there are phases to retrograde. And this is specific, this is really key because most times people don't recognize that the things that are happening just before a retrograde period are the themes that you're going to have to deal with during the retrograde period. Most of the time, people only talk about, they're only talking about Mercury retrograde, but all of the planets go retrograde. And there's a way to use each retrograde in order to be able to get the most of it. So we'll talk about the Mercury retrograde tonight, but if you want to know about all the other ones this year, you definitely want to get your hands on the bonus bundle. And I'll just link it here for you in the chat so that if you would like to be able to take advantage of it, you'll be able to do so while we're live. And if you have any questions about it while we're live, definitely let me know. I'm in the chat with you and you can drop me a line. So inside the guide to retrograde planets, I give you the planet, its symbol, as well as the retrograde symbol, the average length of that retrograde, so you know how long you're dealing with those themes in your life, and then the frequency, how often you're going to be dealing with this particular retrograde inside of a year or a 2-year period of time, if you will. So Mercury retrograde is the one we hear about the most. People like to talk about it messing up technology or communication, but that's not really what goes on. With a Mercury retrograde, we have the opportunity with any retrograde, we have the opportunity to redo, revisit, reassess, and restart things. It's an opportunity for growth based on things that have already been done, have already come and gone in the planetary area or in the area of life that that planet governs. Now, because Mercury governs our communication, our connections, our technology, travel, mercurial energy, when Mercury appears to go backward in the sky for us as humans on Earth, it gives us the opportunity it exposes where there have been breakdowns in communication. It exposes where there's faultiness in the connection. So this is why technology challenges can come up, because if there was an issue, it's going to be exposed so that it can be remedied at a Mercury retrograde period. We'll also have the chance to revisit communications, things that maybe weren't ironed out or weren't clear. A Mercury retrograde period is a great time to revisit those things. This is not a great time for signing new contracts, but it's a perfect time for renegotiating old contracts. So many people during a Mercury retrograde this year, if you are renting an apartment or leasing a vehicle, Mercury retrograde periods are great times to refinance, revisit the terms, redo the contract so that you can get a better deal. It's the opportunity to relook at those kinds of things. And so inside the guide to retrograde planets, I have detailed for you which things you can do in each retrograde period, because one of the things 2020 gave us is an opportunity to do a huge reset in our lives. And 2021 is the year where we have to now plug in all of the pieces of our life that are now needing to move in a different way in a post COVID world. The retrograde periods will give you that opportunity to revisit, redo. So, inside this guide, you'll get information about the Mercury retrograde, Venus retrograde, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, Juno, because she is our partnership asteroid. And that's all here in the guide to retrograde planets, and their overarching meaning will be there as well. Welcome in, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. You'll also get the 2021 retrograde report. So while the guide to retrograde planets details specifically what's the meaning of a retrograde planet overall, the 2021 report will tell you more specifically what are the dates for a specific retrograde, what are the degrees, which people, sun sign, moon sign, chart ruler, etc., are going to feel these retrogrades the most. And it's also going to lay out specifically what to expect during those periods of time, because based on the sign a planet retrogrades in and the contacts that it's making to other planets or other signs, there are themes. And thematically, it's important to be prepared for what you might expect or experience, so that way you can work with the energy instead of feeling like the energy is working you. And that's one of the biggest gifts of astrology when you know it, is you can be more masterful in your creatorship in your life by flowing with the energy instead of having the energy hit you and break you. The Mercury retrograde periods for 2021. And again, this guide will give you Venus, Jupiter, Juno, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. It'll give you all of it for 2021. And what you're going to see here with Mercury this year is that there's a new Mercury retrograde cycle that's occurring this year. And in this new cycle, instead of retrogrades through the water signs, which have really made for people who have heavy water energy in their chart, sun, moon, rising, or Venus, if you struggled in the last 3 years during Mercury retrograde periods while Mercury retrograded through all the water signs, you will be able to take a breath. It is the air signs' turn. But what we get with air sign energy is, instead of a flooding of information about our emotions, we get a flooding of information about our mind and the way our mind works. And so this will be a period of time where we'll have some insights to help us with transforming ourselves and understand a deeper insight into understanding the world around us. Hey, Marie, it's great to see you. There'll also be periods of time, as I mentioned, for renewing contract terms and agreements to get more equitable terms. So if you've got business arrangements, especially during the Mercury retrograde in Libra, which I detail up here, that'll be in September. That's a great time to renegotiate with business partners. If that's a period of time where, you're in a situation where you're going to sign a marriage contract, or you need to do a prenuptial agreement or review a prenuptial agreement, that's a time to review it and to go back and make sure the terms work, get them reviewed, and get a second opinion by a lawyer during that period of time. The Gemini Mercury retrograde, which is coming up pretty quickly here in May, is going to be a great opportunity for revisiting conversations that have been either avoided or kind of swept under the carpet, or things just haven't been clear. During the Mercury retrograde, and especially right at the end of it, when Mercury goes direct, you'll be able to get clearer insight and information from the people around you. The Gemini Mercury retrograde this year may see a lot of you doing travel to and from places where you previously lived. There was a lot of displacement during the pandemic where people moved to be in other locations. Come June, Gemini season, you may find that you go back to or get called back to the previous location to finalize details, update information, exchange ideas, clear out the old so that you can set the stage for the new. And all of this is going down inside the 2021 retrograde report. The final gift inside of this bonus package, the bonus bundle, is the divine counterpart union schedule. So I couldn't find anything like this anywhere on the internet. I literally had to sit down with my astrology software and go month by month for years at a time to see, okay, when do the two planets that I read as the divine counterparts meet up in the sky? So Juno and Jupiter, and I go in depth about, how I read them, etc., inside Star School 201, which isn't available now, but may become available again in the fall. Juno and Jupiter are the divine counterparts. And in this guide, I give you when they've met in the conversation astrologers call the conjunction for the last 50 years and the next 30 years. The conjunction is when they sit at the same degree in the exact same sign for a period of time. Now, these conjunctions can be felt for an entire year on either side. So the last time these two met up in the sky was in 2015, and you could feel it all of 2014, and you could also feel it leading into 2016. There were many twins who either met or reconnected at that period of time. The conjunctions are the only cycles that I've mapped out here. There's also other harmonious cycles, but it's the conjunctions that tend to be the universe shoving divine counterparts together. I've heard wild stories about conjunctions among twin souls where, a twin who moved all the way across the country to be on another coast hadn't spoken to his divine feminine counterpart, I would say, in at least 2 years. She was riding a city bus one day in the town she was in, riding a city bus in her own town, minding her own business. She looked out the window to the left, and boom, her divine counterpart happened to be in town, happened to be right there on the side of the bus. And they ended up seeing each other and reconnecting during that period of time. So this particular guide will give you answers to questions like, is 3D romantic union likely during this period of time? How will I know what goes on? It's also going to give you the month, year, sign, and leadership theme, as well as the North Node lesson for each of these time periods. So we'll see just a little bit here from the past. I went back as far as October of 1966. So again, all of 1966 people would have felt this, and all of 1967 people would have felt this. The divine counterparts met up in the sign of Leo, which is all about sovereignty and creativity. Then the North Node at that time, the North Node I read as our lessons. The North Node was sitting in the sign of Taurus, which meant the lesson for that period of time had to do with self-love. So I go into this for the last 50 years and for the next 30 years inside the divine counterpart union schedule. So you definitely want to check that out. Again, if you're curious, you can purchase this Star School bonus bundle here. It's $33.33, super easy to access. As soon as you have purchased it, you get taken inside the dashboard where you can see the verbal overview for each of these reports, and you can download each report underneath the video. And then once you have it, you can start to put these things in your calendar so you know what's coming. Because the Star School bonus bundle also comes with a Q&A call inside your member area, you'll see once you click here, you'll see all the things that you need in order to join that Q&A call. Now that Q&A call is tomorrow, Wednesday, March 17th. On March 17th, you're definitely going to want to join live for that Q&A call because I'm going to be answering questions about everything, anything inside this bonus bundle, inside Star School. If you happen to be a Star Schooler from November, you're welcome to join this. If you have access to the bonus bundle, I'm excited because Q&As are my favorite thing because they're the opportunity to you guys ask me the kinds of questions that pull forth the wisdom that I wouldn't even be able to provide if you hadn't asked. The information flows through me to you, which is why all of my sessions with clients are question led, as opposed to I'll just kind of generally jump in and guess what you want to know. Hey, Kylie, welcome. So over at K-Moon Astro, you'll see 3 options. You can get Star School, and it's only available through this Friday for $111.11. You can get the bonus bundle. You don't have to even understand astrology in order to be able to get value out of the bonus bundle because I've done all of the interpretation for you for $33.33, or you can get them both for $144.44. But do it now because the Q&A call is tomorrow night, and the bundle, while it will still be available, you'll only get the recording of the Q&A call. And Star School won't be available after Friday. So definitely do this now if you know this is something that you've been wanting to do. You've been wanting to spend more time with me, hang out, ask questions, etc. This is the best way to do it and the best value. Okay. So I want to just pause here and check in with you guys. Are there any questions about some of the things I've shared or about Star School, about retrograde planets? What kind of questions do you guys have for me? And I'll give the chat a second to catch up. Thank you guys for being here, by the way. I really appreciate it. It's so fun to talk to you guys. I miss doing lives. I haven't done lives with you guys in a long time where we just get to chat and hang out. Welcome, Northern Comfort. Great to see you. Yes, St. Patty's Day Q&A with Kay. That's right. Awesome. Kylie's great to see you. Let's see. Frygeist225 says, hey, I just wanted to ask you why the commentaries are always off on your videos. I wanted to tell you that I appreciate your videos. Well, I don't care, to be honest. I just told you now. All good. Mostly, I just don't have time to moderate them. Once I put the content out, I don't like to have to come back and look at, okay, are people being nice to one another? Are they being kind? Are they being generous? Are they being gracious? I also don't have time to answer questions in the comments because I've got too many other things going on. So I just figured it's one less thing. So I turned that off. But I'm so happy that you are enjoying them. Thank you for letting me know. You've missed the mini readings. Yeah. At some point, I might get back to those. It's been a while since I've done mini readings. But yeah, that for those of you that don't know, I have another channel where I do live mini readings for something ridiculous, like I guess $20 or something. I don't remember, 20 or $30. I would do like a mini reading for people live in real time. You miss doing lives with Brooke too. Oh, Northern Comfort. Hello to you and Brooke. Hello to you and Miss Brooke. Miss Marie, I hope you've been well, hon. Been thinking about you. If nobody has any questions, then we'll just pause here because I just wanted to make sure that I popped on and gave you an overview of that content in case you were looking for what's that all about, this thing that she is, what's this thing that Kay keeps talking about? Diana Jacob says, by looking at someone's birth chart, can tell how many. I think you're probably finishing your sentiment in another chat there. So I'll give you a second to complete that. But yeah, it's been a busy time. a really busy time. Oops, can you tell how many life paths they have been on? I'm not the kind of reader that has that kind of information. No, I can't. Not through astrology. If I did a rose reading for you, I might be able to see some of that, but I can't see it astrologically. No, Diana. There might be other astrology readers who can tell you that. That's just not in my gifting to know that it's not an area of astrology I have studied. So that's a good question. But I can see if there are significant conversations with a person's south node, I can see if there are past life issues that they're working out in this lifetime, I can see that. So, for example, I read for a woman today who had some significant contacts to her South Node that had a lot to do with partnership and connection. And we kind of deduced, well, I just basically told her, and she saw it when she looked back at her life, that all of the most important relationships in her life had some kind of past life connection. They were people she had all known before in some capacity. Melissa Jackson asks, if I purchase tomorrow, will I be able to join the live tomorrow night? Yep, you will. As soon as you jump into, oh, Marie, thank you for doing that. As soon as you purchase, you'll be taken into that member area. And you may have to actually go into your inbox and get a link to set up your username and password first. But as soon as you set up that username and password, let's just go back there. You'll see inside your member area all of the different areas that there's information in down here. And what you're looking for is Q&A call Wednesday, March 17th, 6 to 8 p.m. Just click on that and you'll see all of the information you need to join that Q&A call. Okay. So as long as you purchase sometime before 6 p.m. tomorrow, you're good to go. Diana Jacob says, that's interesting. I feel this with so many people. Yeah, you may have some significant contacts to your South Node or an auspicious placement with your South Node in terms of sign or house that may indicate some past life contact. So yeah, very exciting. Thanks, you guys, for being here. It was lovely to chat with you all. Does anyone else have any questions about Star School, about the bonus bundle, about the content here, where things are headed? Any other general questions? I'm happy to answer them before we pop off and wrap up. Melissa, I'm very excited as well. I love doing Q&As. Those were my favorite parts of Star School, were the office hours. I mean, I liked putting the content together and seeing it all kind of come together in the workbook. I was like, damn, this is a good workbook, Kay. You did some good work, girl. But the office hours were really where it all kind of came together and came to life. So I'm really pumped to do tomorrow's kind of office hours type call for people. You're welcome, Gemini Princess. Thank you for being here. All right, beloveds, if there are no other questions, I'm going to stop here. Just wanted to make sure I gave you that overview of the bonus bundle before we hit that Q&A call, because that Q&A call is going to be available. I would say it's tomorrow, but once the recording is done, when you purchase the bonus bundle, the Q&A call, you'll see the Q&A call recording inside the bonus bundle. You won't see a live Q&A opportunity. Thank you so much, Northern Comfort Tarot. It's so lovely to be here with you guys. And thanks everyone for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. It's a pleasure to be able to serve you.